part 3 of Pinterest parenting hacks that actually work and make your life easier. We work smarter, not harder here. As a disclaimer, of course, every child is different. If these don't work for you, great, do something else. It's not that serious. If you're going somewhere or you're going to need to have your kid transition into a new activity pretty quickly, telling them what your expectations and guidelines are well before you have to go into the next activity goes a very long way. Heck, that goes a long way even with adults. Have you ever gone to a new job, they don't give you any instructions or tell you what they expect or what to do, and they just kind of throw you out to the wolves? Yeah, you generally appreciate when somebody tells you exactly, detail by detail, what you should expect from your day and what is expected of you behavioral wise so that you can do your best. We like to make this really fun, and I like to ask very silly questions about, like, okay, when we get to the grocery store, are we gonna grab all of the Reese's cups and put them all in the cart at the same time? And they know obviously that the answer to that is no. And then I'll ask questions that maybe are a little bit trickier and a little bit harder, like, okay, what if you really want to get that new cereal and mommy says we can't get the new cereal today? Do we throw ourselves on the ground and scream as loud as we can? And then they're laughing. You're like, no, because of course we wouldn't do that. They have done it. They have done that before. Also ask me really silly questions. Okay, mom, are you gonna throw your purse into a pile of tomatoes? And I'm like, oh, maybe. And then they have to tell me, no, mom, you're not allowed to do that at the store. It becomes a silly little game, but they're already thinking in advance before they get there about what the expectations are going to be, and they're going to be thinking about how they should be behaving while they're in the store. We get all of the expectations laid out on the table. If they've done things in the past in particular that are making life harder when we go to a different place, I'd be sure to add that into the group of questions the next time so that they're very clear on what the expectation is. And oh man, it is such a silly game, makes the car ride go faster. They're giggling the whole time because we make it as silly as possible, and they are much better behaved when they're actually in the store because they know exactly what I expected out of them. We've connected before the trip, so they've had like that little connection time, and things just go smoother for everyone. If it's gonna be an activity that's really new for them, like going to school for the first time, going to the eye doctor for the first time, there are so many like kids books that you can rent from the library that will give your kid an idea of what's gonna happen, so they're a little bit less nervous and less anxious about going into this new experience. They'll kind of know what's going to be in the classroom when they get there, when they get to the eye doctor. If you showed them a video of what happens at the eye doctor, then they kind of know what to expect and where this is going, and it's so much easier for them to relax.